Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth Doroba. Emergency crews report that 4 people and 6 pets have been displaced following a Monday morning fire in Wilkes-Barre. According to officials, the fire broke out on Madison Street just after midnight. The majority of the fire was quickly extinguished, but fire crews remained at the scene for about 2.5 hours. 4 people, 4 dogs, and 2 birds were all able to evacuate safely and are now receiving assistance from the American Red Cross. The Wilkes-Barre Fire Inspector has determined that the cause of the fire was the misuse of extension cords and power strips that overheated. 4 individuals have been charged in connection with a series of thefts from vehicles in Berwick. According to police, Robert Longenberger Jr., Jared Lewis, and Carissa Beck were taken into custody on August 7th following a suspicious incident in the area of Walnut and East 2nd Street. During the incident, police say Lewis fled on foot and initially gave a false name when taken into custody. Following the execution of a search warrant, police say they uncovered numerous items that were believed to have been stolen, in addition to illicit drugs and paraphernalia. According to police, Ashley Lopez is also believed to have been involved in the thefts. A warrant is out for her arrest, but she remains at large. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to call 570-784-6300. Hazel Township Fire and Rescue responded to a motor vehicle accident with entrapment on Monday. According to officials, crews were called to the scene around 3:30 p.m. The crash took place on Interstate 81 southbound around mile marker 140. Upon arriving at the scene, crews learned that 3 patients were trapped and that a tractor-trailer had gone down an embankment. Crews say all 3 patients were able to self-extricate themselves from the vehicles. Crews also worked at the scene to control a large diesel fuel leak. It is unknown at this time if any injuries were sustained in the crash. Coming up on WYLN News, we learn about the Vital Choice program at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Plus, the Partysville Cruise Night is right around the corner. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health have come together, 2 leading health systems dedicated to improving the well-being of our communities and offering you a broader access to uncompromising high-quality care, stronger together for you.
My name is Owen. Tomorrow is sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton Vital Choices Group held their monthly meeting on Monday at Capriotti's Catering in McAdoo. Vital Choice is a free program for adults ages 60 and over that provides medical and wellness benefits in addition to social and enrichment programs. This month's speaker was Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton President Tammy Torres. We spoke with Torres at the event about the importance of these meetings.
So this is a monthly event that we have with our Vital Choice members. So there are about 150, maybe 200 people here today. And this is where I really talk to the community and let them know what's happening at Hazelton in particular, new programs that are coming up. Today there'll be the discussion on Jefferson and how we've come together and what the future is going to look like. I also have some of the leaders from the hospital today that can really bring some color into what happens on their unit. These are things that we really talk to the Vital Choice members to hear. What do you want to hear about? And we bring it for them to have that discussion.
Torres said the meetings are a great opportunity to bring the public up to date on what is happening at their local hospital and to build connections between the community and the hospital staff. To learn more about the Vital Choice program, you can visit lvhn.org/vitalchoice-program. The third annual Partysville Cruise Night is rolling into town this weekend. The event will kick off at 1 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, August 17th at the Partysville Playground, located at 683 Partysville Road in Hazel Township. The event will feature live music, food vendors, and tricky trays, in addition to a car cruise and award presentations. For the kids, the event will also feature sand art and a magician. Proceeds from the event will benefit cancer research and suicide awareness/prevention programs in the local area. The rain date for the event is scheduled for Sunday, August 18th. The Hazelton Heights Gun, Game, and Athletic Club celebrated their 100th anniversary on Sunday. During the event, State Representative Dane Watrow presented the organization with a state citation to mark the milestone. The club has over 400 members and supports several worthy causes in the community, including the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Bloomsburg Part 2. Plus, we learn about the dangers of driving through flooded areas on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hi everybody. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, I'm inviting Tyree Harris. He has an autistic son. He'll talk about that. He had neck fusion and how chiropractic could be gentle but still effective. So tune in this week.
Since its founding in 1813, Columbia County's seat had been in Danville, as the county originally encompassed today's Montour County, as well as part of today's Schuylkill County. Danville's western location in the county, however, made it seem remote to many county residents, and a petition was created to shift the county seat to a more centralized location. In an October 1845 referendum, 65% of voters chose to move Columbia County's seat to Bloomsburg. In 1848, the new county courthouse, designed by architect Napoleon Lebrun, was constructed. It would be added on to with new additions over the years. It was shortly after Bloomsburg became Columbia County seat that a new annual tradition began. Original credit for its creation goes to local resident Dr. John Taggart, who by chance had attended an agricultural fair in Pennsylvania's northern tier. Impressed by what he had seen and convinced Bloomsburg could benefit from a similar agricultural experience, he convinced other residents of the community to consider creating their own fair. An initial committee to start such a fair was formed, its original board consisting of Caleb Barton, Dr. John Ramsey, William Neal, and B.F. and I.W. Hartman. Finding enough local interest for an agricultural exposition, they chose Barton's Field in the west end of Bloomsburg as the site for their fair. And thus, in the fall of 1855, the very first Bloomsburg Fair was held, with an admission rate of 10 cents. Fruit stands and the demonstration of Barton's grain drill were among the fair's first exhibits. Within a few years, the fair had 21 exhibits, including those for livestock, fruits, and vegetables. A horse racing track would be constructed in 1859. Today it remains the only surviving quarter-mile dirt track in the country open for harness racing year-round. A 2,000-seat wooden grandstand was added in 1892. It would be replaced by a 6,000-seat steel and concrete version in 1926. Fairgoers in 1925 got a treat, as the Detroit Tigers and New York Yankees played a series of games at the fairgrounds from October 7th through 9th. The series had been set in motion by Yankees pitcher Bob Shockey, who had gotten his start on a semi-pro team in Bloomsburg in 1910. The Tigers won the first two games by scores of 7-6 and 7-5, while the third game would be rained out. Through it all, the years since, the Bloomsburg Fair has grown to become the largest fair in all of Pennsylvania, having expanded over the years from its original single-day run in 1855 to an 8-day slate of events today. At the same time, another community institution was coming to prominence as well. It had been initially founded in 1839 as the Bloomsburg Academy, but was inactive for many years thereafter. That would change, however, with the arrival of Henry Carver as principal in 1866. Taking charge of what was then called the Bloomsburg Literary Institute, Carver led an expansion of the school, the hallmark of this perhaps being the building bearing his name as Carver Hall, built in 1867, that remains the school's landmark. In 1869, it was accredited as a state normal school, with a strong emphasis on teachers' education. The name changed again in 1916 when the Commonwealth bought the school, now calling it Bloomsburg State Normal School, then once more changed it in 1927 to Bloomsburg State Teachers College. During World War II, naval training classes were held on campus, which the subsequent Navy Hall got its name from. In 1960, the name changed yet again, this time to Bloomsburg State College, and an expanded curriculum was introduced. A final change to the current name, Bloomsburg University of Pennsylvania, took place in 1983, with the introduction of the state system of higher education, which the university remains a core member of today. By the 1850s, the canal era was beginning to come to an end, superseded by the quicker and more efficient railroads. The first railroad to reach Bloomsburg was the Lackawanna and Bloomsburg Railroad, which opened in town in 1858. Running from Scranton to Northumberland, it operated through 1873, when it was bought out by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad. Other iron roads would come to Bloomsburg over the ensuing decades. By the turn of the 20th century, 4 major railroads, the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western, the Philadelphia and Reading, the Pennsylvania Railroad, and the Bloomsburg and Sullivan Railroad ran through Bloomsburg, each offering countless jobs for locals. By 1870, Bloomsburg leaders were prepared to formally incorporate the community. There was a problem, though. It proved impossible to separate the urbanized area from the rest of Bloom Township without leaving the latter with too few people to have an effective township government. A solution came from the state legislature, courtesy of Senator Charles R. Buckalew, himself a Bloomsburg native. Buckalew expanded the boundaries of Bloomsburg proper to include all of Bloom Township, which thus ceased to exist. And during the March 4, 1870 session of the state legislature, Bloomsburg was officially incorporated as a town, as compared to a borough. To this day, Bloomsburg calls itself the only official town in Pennsylvania for this reason. This was but one accomplishment in a long career in politics for Buckalew, who had previously served in the U.S. Senate from 1863 to 1869 and would subsequently run unsuccessfully for the state governorship in 1872. An early proponent of both proportional representation and cumulative voting in the United States, he also had, in 1854, headed a federal commission to ratify a treaty with Paraguay. Buckalew made a notable return to his hometown in July 1878, accompanying then-President Rutherford Hayes when he stopped in Bloomsburg while traveling to Wilkes-Barre to celebrate the centennial of the Wyoming Massacre. Buckalew would later serve as president of the Bloomsburg and Sullivan Railroad, as well as 2 more terms in the U.S. House before his death in 1899.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today I'm here to talk to you about driving through flooded zones. So what am I going to say? Number one, don't drive through flooded areas. Far too often we see vehicles that think that they can make it through, that maybe it's not as deep water as they think, and then their vehicle stalls out and they're stuck in a flooded roadway. And then they need the fire department to come and help them get them out of there safely, a tow truck to get their vehicle out there. It's not worth it. Turn around, find an alternate route. We still get these heavy rains and you can have quick road floods in our area. We've seen it before, we're going to continue to see it. Know that these roads flood, don't travel them, go a different way. If you see somebody, try to flag them down, tell them the road's flooded up ahead and go a different route. And unfortunately, if they do drive through it and you see somebody that's stuck or that needs help, if you can't help them, the best thing you could do is call 911 so you can let first responders like myself, the fire department, and EMS know so we could arrive on scene and help those people out. Be a good witness, help them any way you can, but if you can't, the best way you could do is call 911. Thanks for listening. Hope you take this to heart. And never drive through a flooded road because you never know the capabilities of that water. We'll see you next time here on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.